What's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you catching this. We're gonna get straight off into it, man. Today, I want to talk a little bit about the ebbs and flows on the journey, okay? I want to talk about when you feel in alignment with God and you feeling good and you feeling smooth and peaceful and graceful and you feel like you got the blessings all around you. And then those ebbs, when those low moments when you feel like God is nowhere in sight and feel like God is not listening to you. And it kind of feel like you just own this island by yourself and you have no direction. All right? I want to talk a little bit about those today. I'm going to just talk about my experience, okay? I'm going to talk about how I see that, like how I see the world, my vantage point in those things. I feel like we all go through that. We go through that. We go through those periods where we like in alignment, we feeling good, we feeling the way we want to feel, feeling positive. And then we go through those periods where we feel out of sorts, disoriented, low, depressive, feel like life is not going our way. All right. So a lot of us focus on who we want to be when things are positive, right? A lot of us focus on that, you know. And I think it's important, you know, who are you when you're happy, when you're joyous? You know, are you a person that shares the light? You share your wisdom, you help people out, you love people? Are you a person that makes time for others? You know what I'm saying? When everything is going good, positive, are you a prayer? Or you meditate a lot, you know, when everything is going positive? You know, on your higher self? Right? Okay. Now I want you to make a mental image of who you are when it's low. And if you are going through a low period, even better. Because let's look at ourselves. Let's take a look at that. This is where you're in a space where you don't feel God is really there. You feel like you're to yourself, or you may even feel empty. You may feel bored. And who you are in that moment is important. That's why ego is so important. That's why your sense of me is important. And that is where your inner warrior, determining and establishing your inner warrior is important. Because when the odds are stacked against you, when there's nobody, when God is not even there, who are you? Are you a demon? Because if you're a demon, to me, I'm gonna say it like this, right? And I wanna use some encouraging words too. But I'm like, bear with me with this. I'm gonna describe a demon, and then I'm gonna describe a monster. I'm gonna say you want to be a monster, okay? Let me tell you what a demon is. A demon is something that seeks to get energy from other people, seeks to hurt other people to keep itself from feeling so bad, and it's no control. It's straight impulse, it's straight urge, and you know it's really on. If you look at its tendencies, and we all have these in us, y'all. We all have darkness in us. You're either a demon or a monster. As a demon, you know, you're on a destructive path, you know. You're straight headed, you straight destruction. You know. That's it. You're either for the destruction of yourself or destruction of everything else around you, you know, or something else around you. All right. What is a monster though? A monster is a warrior. A monster is a beast. A monster can walk in a building full of demons and make them all step back, because that monster is a demon, but completely controlled. That monster has the capacity to kill everything around it. The monster has the capacity to kill itself, and yet it sits calmly. It sits peacefully. You know, it's controlled. At any time it can snap your neck, but it can also sit in the midst of boredom. It can sit in the midst of discomfort and not be moved. That doesn't mean that it's weak, because it still carries that. It just carry it with grace, right? So in those moments, for me, when I don't feel God, like I've been a demon, and you know, sometimes demons are covert. They hide, or they loud, you know, very loud. I was a covert one, but I caught myself. A monster, though, you fighting for something. I think to develop your monster ability is to sit with those, like, man, the power of just sitting with those emotions, y'all. The power of being able to transmute and alchemize those emotions. The ability to be able to allow the emotion to come into your presence and to stay present until at least the energy gets weaker or dissipates completely. That will build your monster. The ability to control yourself when uncomfortable energies like boredom or not, you know, lack of motivation, all that type of stuff, when those things are present, to be able to keep yourself grounded and, you know, operate in the way that you choose to operate. That's when your lower nature has the ability to reason with your higher nature. And that's when you can start allowing them to have conversation. What does that look like? That looks like when you fall into those periods of darkness, you can then talk to yourself and be like, nah, remember? Like if you about to do some fucked up shit, let's say you about to, I don't know, I don't want to get no example. My examples be crazy sometimes. But you know, let's say you about to do something that in your higher self, you feel like you wouldn't want to do. Then you can have that conversation with your lower self and be like, hey, we don't do this. We don't respond this way. Let's go work out. Let's go take a run. Hey, we're gonna take a run. That's when you start fighting for something. I don't hear God right now, but I'm gonna keep working. We're gonna keep working. We're gonna stay focused. I could easily get away with this. I could do this and get away with this. But you're like, nah, I gotta stand up for myself. We're not going there. Let's keep focused. Let's keep working. And even though it hurts, that's what it's about. Who are you when it hurts? Who are you when you're not getting that, you know, that encouragement, or when you don't see the vision? Who are you in those moments? Because you definitely still exist. I ask people that question from time to time. And some people be like, I'm nothing. I ain't nobody. Who are you? I say I'm a monster. I say I'm focused. Yes, I might be hurt, but it's nothing wrong with that. Who am I when I hurt? I'm a monster. Who am I when I'm hurt? I'm a monster. I'm focused. Who am I when I'm depressed? I'm a monster. I'm focused. You know, build that side of yourself to be something that you can be proud of, or at least something that you can respect. When you at your lower nature, is this somebody that you can respect? Is this a part of you that you can be like, okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because it's easy when you up and when everything is high. So I encourage you to, when it comes to making your weakness stronger, when it comes to becoming wholesomely stronger, work on your weaknesses. You know, work on your weaknesses, you know, because it's going to make you uncomfortable. But in that uncomfortable space, you're building out your monster. You're building out who you are in those darker moments, okay? All right, that's it. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Not going to be too long. Whether today is a good day or a rough day, Whether you're at the pinnacle of your success or you're barely making ends meet, the greatest place that you can come from is where? Right where you are. I forgot it that quick, y'all. From right where you are. Not perfect, just real, all right? I wish you peace, love, and abundance every single day, but especially the days when it rains. I hope this was some news you could use. If you enjoyed the content, hit that like button. You can subscribe to the channel right here, and then we got more videos coming. We do have more videos coming, but these are previous videos with information that y'all can check out, man. So hope y'all have a good day. Hope y'all can use something from that message today. And hey, stay up, stay high vibrational. Peace out.